Hi guys, it's Outlaw Pete with another unboxing for MCE. Hope you're all well. This is the Batman Premium format figure from Sideshow Collectibles. Let's get it out of the box and see what we think. Okay, so here he is. I'll put him a bit closer so that you can see him better than you can see me. So quite a controversial piece this. Got a fair amount of hate online because of the cape. It being a fully sculpted cape and obviously extremely long, but for me it's a sculpted cape, which is something I've always wanted in my Batman figures. The old premium format I have upstairs has got a fabric cape, and I'm not great at posing them. They never look as good. For me, we'll have some close-ups in a minute, but look at that. I mean, you can never pose a cape to look that good. And for me, it's part of the art. You know, it's okay. He couldn't fight in a cape that long; he'd be tripping over it. But it's, you know, it's the actual statue and the piece, and this is quite an important piece in my DC collection because I've been sort of inspired by Batman statue collectors' premium formats for the villains surrounding Batman, and this is the Batman that I want them to surround. The other premium format I've got will go towards sort of fighting against Doomsday and the other baddies that I've got with the rest of the Justice League. This one will be the sort of focus of my Batman and his villains display upstairs. So I've been waiting for this one to come in because now I've got to reorganise a lot upstairs to get it to work. So first impressions, very, very pleased. Incredibly heavy for what is not a massive box at the end of the day. It is extremely heavy, and it's obviously, you know, all of this is polystone. Very easy to put together. Obviously there's only 3 pieces, and the exclusive head. I'm obviously going to put the other hand on because why wouldn't you? We might as well do that now. Let's just see if we can make that grappling rope a bit longer. No, we can't. It's all glued in there, so that's definitely how it's supposed to go. So for me, that is how he'll be displayed, with his grappling hook in one arm. I don't really understand why you would want to display it with this piece, but you know, I suppose it's there if you want. For me, it's going to go back in the box, and you know, it'll stay there forever in the storage unit. Portraits wise, I think they're both good. we'll have a closer look obviously in a moment. So just to give you a bit of background on this, this was sculpted by Amilcar Fong, Steve Lord. I think they've done a great job. I think the cape is what makes it. The cape is the base effectively, and I think it's, well, it's certainly my best Batman piece without any question. It's painted by Casey Love. It's tall. How tall does it say it is here? 22.5 inches tall. So, you know, it's quite a tall, imposing piece. Let's get in close and have some close-ups of it. I think I've got most of the polystyrene bits off it. There are quite a lot on this one. It's well packaged, no damage, thank you statue gods. And this is the first quarter scale statue I've had in for quite a while, so it's nice to get a decent size one in. Let's go in and have a good look. So the statue, the base that he's standing on, the gargoyle, you know, it's been done a million times before, but it's done pretty well. There's the, I guess you imagine him on top of Wayne Manor. There's the W there, or maybe on the top of Wayne Enterprises. The gargoyle has sort of mildewy colour on there. It seems to be coming out a bit greener on the camera than it is in real life, but there's definitely some green tinge to this. Which again, you know, if it's been on top of the building in the weather, that's what you'd expect. Excellently sculpted in my opinion, looks fantastic. Although whether there would be that big sort of flat area at the back, I'm not sure on a real gargoyle, but when am I ever going to be on a roof to have a look at one? Sticking his tongue out, figgy face. Does look a little bit like Seth, but there we go. Now for me, really, although all the controversy was over the cape is what it's all about for me. I like the, you know, I like the fact that this is an art piece. They've done something different. It's very, very heavy, and again, to only have 3 pieces in this is, you know, one of the easier assemblies that I've ever had. But look at all the different folds, shadings, colours in the cape. You could never get this with a fabric cape, and I really wish, I mean, you know, I buy a lot of Sideshow pieces, and I just wish they go back to sculpted capes, because for me, you know, there's plenty more pieces I would have bought, like Doctor Strange, for example, one of my favourite characters, but I didn't buy it because of the cape. But look at that. I mean, you can never get that. Never get that in a fabric cape, you know. For me, that's stunning, you know, absolutely beautiful. So it's got sort of a, I don't know how well it's coming out on camera, but it's got a bluey tinge to it. Again, the other Batman I've got upstairs is a black and grey. This is more blue and grey, although as we come round here and we look at, there's this grappling hook. Pretty sharp. And let's go up and have a look at where it starts. You can barely see his back foot back there. But there we have his boots. And again, I don't know how well it's coming out on camera, but for me, it's a bluey tinge to the boots. But lots of different colours in there, representing how the shading would be with it bent like that, with him squatting. Muscle definition in the legs. And there is the there is the bat pouch. Like the utility belt, again some nice detail there on the pouches. Could have done with maybe a bat sign on there rather than a buckle, but there we go. See if I can get that focused for you. Again, anatomy wise, brilliant. Look, he's bent over, that's all showed in his musculature, and the sort of yellow bat signal there on the front. This is his closed fist. Again, for me, I can see a lot more blue on this. I don't know how well it's showing up, but and then let's have a look at the portrait. So I think, if I remember rightly, this is the exclusive portrait. I think all of them come with the grappling hook arm, which makes me wonder why they put an extra arm in. I mean, why would you have, you know, just a closed fist when you can have the grappling hook? I mean, I can't imagine anyone displaying it without that, to be honest. So again, let's have a look at the teeth. Sorry about this, guys. Let's just see if we can get this focused a bit better. So the teeth are not great. Yeah, I've definitely seen better teeth than that. And he's got sort of a grimace, hasn't he? Yeah, looks like he's maybe taking a dump, squeezing one out there. Yeah, on reflection, I'll probably use the other portrait. Let's take this one off, put that one on. No discernible seams because of the way the cape has been sculpted, which is very clever. Yeah, for me, this is probably the portrait I'll use. Again, this is a slightly darker portrait in terms of the paint on the cowl. This is blacker, whereas the other one is bluer. And slightly taller ears on the cowl there as well. If we put them sort of next to each other. So yeah, the one on the left with the short ears, the one on the right with the long ears. And I think, yeah, the only thing that really lets this portrait down is the, you know, I'm having a poo grimace and the teeth aren't fantastic. That's probably going to be the one that I display it with. All right, so it's a shame I can't do this in portrait because you kind of need to with this one. It's such a tall one. That is the new Batman premium format figure from Sideshow Collectibles. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.